Hello everyone, it's Cirque, and today for our second day of the 12 Days of Yulemas, we'll be unboxing the Dungeons & Dragons Advent Calendar. This is from the same company as our Night Before Christmas calendar yesterday, so again, it has 25 pockets for gifts. I can't see the 25th pocket right off the bat, but I know it's there somewhere. And again, some of the pockets I can feel items in. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a pencil in here. This is sticking out a little bit, so there's probably an ornament. I can't wait to see what it is. And unfortunately, unlike the one I had yesterday, this one, maybe because I got it from a different website, or maybe just because of how it was shipped, some of the pockets did come open, but I'm trying my best to stick them back down as best I can until the day that we open them. And with that being said, let's go to the first day. So for day one, we have this pocket that's a little thick down here. I can barely get into frame without knocking over my tripod. And this feels interesting. All right, we have a keychain that has a beholder on it and lawful evil, in case we need to remember that the giant eye creature is usually evil. I love keychains, so I'm very excited to add this to my collection. All right, day two looks like, I believe it's a battle with an owlbear, though it's a little hard to see from where I'm sitting. It's a little more flat, but when we open it up, okay, we have some cute Dungeons & Dragons themed gift tags. We have one that has a Mimic Christmas present on it, and the other one has two 20-sided die. And these will be perfect for gift wrapping for any of my Dungeons & Dragons friends, which I do have quite a few. So perhaps I'll use these this year. For day three, our envelope has an adventuring party on it. And this was the day that I noticed in my introduction had a little bit of metallic string hanging out of it. So I'm expecting an ornament, but I'm not sure. And was I right? Oh, yes. I got a little cardboard owlbear ornament, and on the back is a mixture of different D&D items. We've got some owlbears and some mimics, some axes and die, and I can't tell right now what this square thing is. Maybe some sort of altar or just a stone tablet, but that's very cute. On day four, we have this pocket with a flail, and then inside we have a party challenge. Oh, all right. Welcome to the Dungeons & Dragons Party Challenge. Whether you're gathered with friends or hanging out remotely, this 3-part set of games will test your friends' wit and challenge of the Forgotten Realms. All right, so we have trivia, we have charades, and then we have the name game. So that's a fun little pamphlet for a Dungeons & Dragons themed party, I guess. Or just having fun with your friends who like Dungeons & Dragons. So that seems fun. And let's move on to the next day. For day 5, we have this square-shaped pocket, and it has a gelatinous cube on the front. And inside, okay, we also have a gelatinous cube tree ornament. And on the back, it's the same pattern that we had on the back of the owlbear ornament, with the owlbears and the gelatinous cubes and the mimics and the axes. So maybe we'll see some mimics and some candy cane print axes on a future ornament if patterns are staying the same. Our pocket for day 6, of course, is in a D6 pattern pocket. And inside we have a small gift. Looks like some little stickers. Oh, all right. They are webcam cover stickers. We have one with a mimic on it, one with a beholder, and one with a dragon. I use my webcam, so I probably won't be using these as they are intended, but they are just cute, and I'm sure I can find somewhere else to put them other than my webcam. Oh, they would work really well as just little fun stickers to decorate with, too. For the 7th day of our advent calendar, we have this tall pocket with a lich on it. And let's pop it open. And inside, all right, need help choosing a class. So this looks like a guide to helping choose a class. Personally, I prefer the rogue class, though the bard and other magic-based classes are also very fun. I just personally don't like to keep track of my spell slots, but maybe this will encourage me to try out a new class next time I play. For day 8, we have a pocket with a sword over top of a shield on it. And, oh, where is it? Oh, here it is. All right, today we have a sticker, and I'm not completely sure what that creature is. I'll have to do a little bit of research onto it, and either I'll film a little couple second update if I can find it, or if I have trouble finding it, maybe I'll just try to put it on screen when I find it, or maybe I won't be able to find it. And if so, if there isn't any update after this and the species isn't on the screen, maybe one of you can help me. So do any of you know what this is? It looks like some kind of dog with tendrils coming out of it. I would guess maybe a chimera, but I'm not 100% sure. We finally reached the day that I was most excited about, even if the gift might not be very exciting to most people. We have this long, thin pouch with axes and other D&D related weapons on it, and the D&D symbol. And this is the one I think is a pencil, and it looks like I am right. It is a nice green pencil, and I'm not sure what the creature on it is. It's some kind of skull with smoke around it. So maybe something related to liches. It's kind of hard to get, there we go. Kind of hard to get it to focus on something this thin. And it is a very spooky but fun design. And of course, when you're playing D&D, you can never have enough pencils, right? For day 10, we have this more square pocket, and it looks like there is a person riding a dragon on it. And inside, right, we have this nice clear decal. It says to display on glass surfaces. So this would probably be the sort of decal that you would put in your car window to show everyone that you are a D&D fan. And it looks like it has some slimy creatures on it. Off the top of my head, I can't really put any names to them, but maybe some of you might recognize them from the Player's Handbook. And of course, we still have the classic dragon breathing fire. Although, again, the fire looks more like slime or gack, or this looks like a tentacle here than usual. But once I have my own car, then this will go right in the window so that everyone knows that I am a geek. Day 11 is just this little tiny envelope. So let's see what's inside. Okay, and it looks like we have a pin, and it has an owlbear on it. That is very cute. I collect pins, so this will look great in my collection. Day 12 is in this big, tall pocket, and I just can't wait to see what's inside. It's printed with what looks like an elven warrior on the front, and of course, The number is printed on a D12. And let's open it up and see what we've got. Ooh. Got some pieces of wood. I'm not quite sure what they are, but maybe if I keep pulling, I'll find out. Anything else in there? Aha! All right, oh, okay. It is a critical hit of caffeine. So, okay, on this side, it says critical hit of caffeine. And, of course, it's a crit with the Dungeons & Dragons symbol in place of the 20. And on the back, it says no coffee, and it's a crit fail. And it's a little coffee holder. And these are, I guess, little coffee stirrers. So that's cute. Give your coffee a bit of a D&D theme to it. It's a little disappointing that there's only one coffee holder and 3 stirring sticks, but I suppose this can be reused if you take good care of it, whereas these will probably have to be thrown out each time so you don't cross-contaminate your coffees. But in truth, I'm probably not going to use these at all, or maybe just use 1 or 2 of them, because I do want to keep at least 1 stirrer and the coffee holder nice, just as collector's items. Day 13 is printed with the classic D&D ampersand sign in red and gray, and it's a bit of a thicker pocket, so that's exciting. Oh, it's a little stuck. Oh, and inside we have cards of some sort. It looks like it's maybe a puzzle, so that's interesting. It looks like possibly the Elven Warrior that was printed on our day 12. So that'll be fun to put together. Day 14 is another smaller pocket, although not as small as some of the ones we've seen. And it has a slight dice print to it, but otherwise it's pretty plain compared to many of our other pockets. But that just improves the mystery. Oh, difficult to get in there. Oh. I'm having a little bit of trouble. I might have to rip this one. Oh, okay. Oh, alright. So I'm not 100% sure what this is. Oh, maybe I think it's a magnet. And it is a gelatinous cube magnet. It's kind of rubbery, so it's a pretty good quality magnet. And it's very cute. I will put this on my fridge when I have my own place, and I'm sure my partner will think it's nice as well. Day 15 is way down in the bottom corner, and it has a beholder on it, and it feels quite thick, so that's exciting. And alright, it looks like today we have a Dungeons & Dragons themed gift bag. It feels kind of waxy on the inside, and the outside's red with a variety of Dungeons & Dragons types of characters wearing Santa hats and other holiday-ish attire. Not the most exciting gift, but I mean, it's nice. It can definitely be used to wrap a Dungeons & Dragons gift. But, I mean, it's not very useful for me as the person getting the calendar. But we've had some more exciting gifts on past days. So, I mean, you can't win every day. Day 16 has this nice bold dragon on it. And, ooh. Alright, inside we have a monstrous mini activity booklet. It's a little bent. That's all right. So we have a Dungeons and Dragons word search. Oh, oops. Right, so we have a Dungeons and Dragons word search, a spot the difference, and a crossword puzzle. Oh, don't want to look at the answers. So that looks fun. That's a fun activity and challenge for someone who's very into Dungeons and Dragons to test their knowledge. And I will probably be doing that at some point just for fun. Day 17 has a silhouette of a mimic on it. And, ooh, what's in here? Okay. I'm not 100% sure what this is. Some kind of Cthulhu creature. But it is a cardboard standee of some sort of Cthulhu type creature with some little brain pets. I'll have to look up what he is. I feel like I have heard of this creature before, but the name is escaping me, and if you know what it is, then you can feel free to correct me in the comments. I'm sure that there will be many people who will be very eager to do that. And I mean, it's not the fanciest figurine, but it does the job if you want to have this creature in your campaign on a tabletop in-person session and don't have a figure for him. So that's very useful. Day 18 is another tall, thin pocket, and it has a symbol on it. I believe that's the symbol for casting Fireball. And let's see what's inside. If I can get my fingers inside. Oh, alright, looks like we have a Dungeons and Dragons bookmark with some adventurers fighting a creature. And then on the back is just the same pattern that's on most of the Christmas decorations that we've gotten. That's a very nice bookmark. Put that back in there for safekeeping. And I'll use that next time I'm reading. Day 19 is a pretty thick pocket, and it looks like what I'm thinking is a dwarven barbarian, although I'm not 100% sure. Ooh, and inside we have some Dungeons and Dragons sticky notes. Very useful for keeping notes for your adventure so that you don't have to keep erasing things from your character sheet. I'm sorry, I'm a little tired. So on the background there, ooh, it looks like there's a multi-headed dragon, so I'm gonna guess that's Tiamat. Though it's kind of a sepia tone, I'm not even sure if it'll pick up on the camera. Yeah, you can't really see it on the camera, but it's a dragon with multiple heads fighting a little person in the bottom. So those are fun. I love them. Day 20 is a smaller pocket, but of course the pocket itself is printed with a D20 pattern. So let's hope that our critical success is an exciting prize. Oh, that's good. It's printed with the same D20 on the underside. And our present. Ooh, we got a nice button. Looks like some kind of crest. It has a horse on it. I'm kind of new-ish to Dungeons and Dragons. I've played, but I don't really know a lot of the lore that if I haven't personally encountered it. So if this means something special, then you'll have to let me know. But it is a very cute button, and I'll add it to my button collection, and I do like it very much. Day 21 is a smaller pocket again. I can't quite place what this symbol is. It's kind of a box with an eye symbol on it. So someone who's more knowledgeable than me. Maybe you can help me out. And our gift. Ooh, all right, we got a critical hit patch. It's very nice. I haven't used patches like this since I was in Scouts when I was younger. So I don't really have anywhere to put this at the moment, but I'll definitely be looking for someplace to put it because I just love showing off my Dungeons and Dragons love. Day 22 has a big dragon on it. And inside we have a little booklet that says, "Beware the big bads." And it has, it has information on Tiamat. Fun. It has her number of heads, her affinity for family, color coordination, number of Pantheon memberships, and dental bills. So that's fun. Give a little bit of information about our favorite five-headed dragon. Well, my second favorite five-headed dragon. And also have a little bit of fun with the stats. And we have Xanathar, Asarak, and the Tesseract. I have a friend who's quite fond of Tesseracts, so that'll be useful for the next time I play with him as a DM. Day 23 is a very thick package, and it has a character of some sort. I was initially going to call him a soldier, but I think that's just because his head, the top of his head was cut off by the top of the pocket. Maybe some kind of magic user, maybe a warlock. He has kind of Cthulhu tentacles around his mouth. You'll have to tell me if you know who he is, because I don't recognize this character. I don't think I've ever been in a campaign that used a character like that. Oh God, I can't get the item out. It's catching on my hands, but it's not coming out. Okay. So we have a cookie cutter, and that's fun. I'm not sure what it is. I mean, it's a fun shape. Maybe it's supposed to be a dragon, but I'm not 100% sure. I apologize for that. If you know what this is supposed to be, feel free to tell me in the comments. But it is fun. It would definitely make yummy cookies. Very fun shapes. And I mean, not knowing what it is isn't necessarily a bad thing. It means that you're open to some creativity to make the shape anything you want. For day 24, we have this woman and some sort of lion-like beast with tendrils on it. And inside, ooh, alright, looks like we have another cardboard standee. This one's a dragon. It's a red dragon. And let's pop it out. Oh, it's unfortunate. Well, I mean, it is just cardboard, so that is an unfortunate side effect of that. I mean, it shouldn't be too hard for me to make a replacement, but unfortunately, I did break the stand. But, I mean, the dragon's nice. Nice and fun. And finally, we've reached day 25. It's a wider, more squat envelope, and it has a DM screen on the front. So maybe we'll get some kind of DM tool today. Oh, okay. And what we actually got, what it looks like it's for a cell phone. It's a little pocket to hold your cards. And it has a dwarf, a ranged fighter, and a fighter with a sword and shield, and then some kind of magical user in the back, I believe. It looks more incorporeal, maybe I forgot off the top of my head what they're called, but angel, with the half angel people. So that's cool. Nice. It's good quality. I mean, I've been moving around and it's been holding up. So that's a nice gift. Right. As an advent calendar, I do think that the Dungeons and Dragons one was a little bit better quality-wise than the Nightmare Before Christmas one. If I had to choose between the two, I would probably prefer this one. There was a lot more variety in it. More items, I feel like, that were more memorabilia rather than holiday items, although it did have a nice variety of holiday related items as well. Of course, there were a couple days that weren't the best. I mean, I'm still kind of not happy with the day that we just got a gift wrapping bag, but I mean, overall it was a nice advent calendar. It would be good for getting for yourself if you like Dungeons and Dragons, or definitely be good for getting for a friend or a loved one who plays the game. Of course, there are some days that are better than others, but that's what you get with an advent calendar. And again, like yesterday, this is on the lower side of the price range, so you can't expect a lot of super impressive gifts. So, I mean, for what you pay for it, I feel like this is a pretty good variety and pretty good quality for gifts. I'd give it maybe an 8.5 out of 10, and I could probably see myself getting this one again next year, assuming that it had different gifts. I mean, obviously I'm not going to want two of the gifts that I got this year. While there are some that might be good for that, like the price tags, overall, most of these gifts are things that once you get them once, you're not going to want them again. So, maybe keep a lookout on that. If you're watching this video because I'm getting it next year, make sure that the design is different. I mean, nothing's really year specific, so they could easily just resell the same advent calendar as last year. And of course, that won't be any big surprises, so I'll probably keep this advent calendar around just so that when it comes time to order advent calendars again for next year, I can look at the front and make sure I'm getting something new instead of just getting the same thing again this year or next year. And with that being said, I wish you a good day, a happy holiday if you're still celebrating holidays with your family right now, and I hope to see you again soon.